Hey, this is Tech. I'm back from the motherland, episode 39. Here we go. Awana.
So like now you're recording with all my ideas.
Hey, because I have
Um,
bad memory, man. Got to record all
okay,
this. What were you saying?
so I'm thinking about just like flipping my monitor around, putting the chair on the other side, and pulling the desk away from the wall a little bit, and then doing some like sound panel decoration, like either the blacks and blues or all black or something like that against the wall there, so that I can just kind of make it look like it's a professional studio. To kind of, I don't know what your thoughts are there. But essentially, you kind of see like in between there and my bookshelf, I'll just be sitting on that side over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Yeah, that'd be tight.
That'd be tight. And then I don't have to use a background, which is hurting some of the video quality, right?
Yeah.
When I use the
The
background stuff like that, and I can I can hang up a good vibes whatever if I want to at that point. But so those are just some of the thoughts I'm having to try and like level up from my side.
Yeah, that'd be dope. And I think I was looking up the video stuff, like how other people get high quality Zoom or podcast is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
they record on their end, and then they drop box their material to the editor. So everyone's recording like their
With
own
another camera.
Yeah, like you know how I have my camera set up. I'm recording on that camera.
So what would be the camera angle? Would it be like there, something like that? Would that be like a good camera angle type of thing where it's a little from the side, or what do you think?
I think straight on because
Like straight on like down here?
yeah, but up more. Yeah, straight on. Yep.
Yeah. So just almost the same as your main camera?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just what I saw on some of the things, like some of the camera, this is what I'm trying to mimic here. Is you know when we were in Texas and you had all the different angles, bro, from like everything. When people are talking and it's kind of looking from the side, but maybe showing like two people, it just looks super professional. Having different camera angles when people talk. But you like the straight on. So I mean, so ultimately maybe it's better to have like two cameras, right? Like running all the time. But again, I don't want this on your plate. This is probably like at the end of the day, when we can pay an engineer, when we're profitable enough, we can have an engineer edit our videos for us.
Yeah. When we have our North Carolina compound, or even earlier. For reals, dude.
Hell yeah.
Man, my mind has been all up in this infinite baking concept.
Right. So the important thing though is to have enough money to put in it where it's beneficial, right? So like the real benefit would be if I had 200,000, I could pay my house off, I could pay all my car notes off, and then essentially I missed out on having to pay all the interest on all those other things, right? So I say that now I can take that and invest it in the next property that I want to use, right? And do that. However, though, the last thing you posted, I think, was the most insightful, where it's like you've got your management company, which pays your other company, which pays the trust, which pays you got to have the whole thing done, I think, really, really well, like laid out. And that's going to cost probably like to have all that stuff laid out. It's probably going to cost you 5 to 10 grand to get everything organized in the proper way. In addition to have your
Putting money
infinite
in.
banking loan. Yeah. So it's like the end goal is there, but just figuring out to get some more cash flow, right?
Yeah,
Got to start with the LLC.
Right. Start with the LLC, which is that's what I've already started with. Tech, whatever you're gonna name your. What? By the way, that is dope. AF.
What is?
To not drop f bombs on here.
Did you make that
Kansas
one?
City.
No,
You
I
made that
didn't
one?
make this one.
Oh.
I like the design. But yeah, so I lost my train of thought. Your hat was so good. Yeah, the LLCs. Everybody make the LLCs. That's a good point, Tech.
Yeah, you got to start with the LLC, and then from the LLC, that's when you go into your S corp to fund your LLC, and then all the way down.
Did you watch all the infinite banking stuff already?
Yeah, I watched it a couple months ago.
Okay.
It's pretty good info, man.
Yes. I mean, this is like leveling up type stuff where it's good that we find out before we have all our money, right? Because once we have our money, we know where to go with it.
Yeah.
I see, Jake. Is there a way you can? Yeah,
because there's going to be a time to invest coming up soon once everything falls. Once the recession hits, that's the perfect time to start investing into things.
Isn't it funny how like when all that turmoil and all the stuff be crashing, that's when like the uber rich just get richer.
Yeah.
Isn't that the weirdest thing? I
Yeah.
don't know, man. Oh, I like that angle right there, Jake, on your camera view for the second camera. Yeah,
Cool.
that's that. Yeah, I like that one. That's dope. That's the weirdest thing. I don't know. And the thing I was reading in that book is when they were having the Great Depression, those insurance companies kept making money, and each member who had those whole life, high cash value, whole life insurance policies, they paid a dividend during the freaking, what is it, the Great Depression. Those people still made money. Oh, Jake, are you doing a magic trick right now? What is it?
The disappearing cup.
The flying cup. But yeah, man. A lot of stuff going on. But
how's my audio? Good?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Tech is good. But yeah, got Tech back in the US soil. Welcome back, Tech.
I would say it's good to be back, but it started snowing today.
Sheesh.
It's starting to get cold.
Yeah, there's a big storm coming over you guys right now. It's going to be there for a minute, probably until Tuesday.
Yeah, it started last night.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's more storm coming through. Do you guys see all the weather? Whatever there's like California's getting pounded right now, getting floods all over the place, North and Southern California.
Excuse me?
Yeah. All over the place, from top to bottom, straight up floods, man. Crazy. You guys been paying attention to any of that? What do they call it? The air, river, stream, or something?
No.
I saw a little bit about it, but yeah, they're getting some pretty big storms over there.
Yeah. And it's actually, today is the 15th while we're recording this podcast. It's the 1-year anniversary since the big volcanic eruption, atomic bomb that went off in the little friendly islands of Tonga. It's been a year since that to the date. Today's the 15th. It's been a year ago. And we're fortunate enough to have our brother Tech back here with us. He was just recently there, and we want to just talk to him about his trip, man. So Tech, explain to us what happened in Tonga. How was your trip to Tonga, bro?
I think my mic went out.
Yeah.
No, you're good, Tech. Oh.
Yeah, it went out a little bit. But while Tech is handling that, I was watching a video earlier this morning when I was at the job. Did you know that earthquake, or not earthquake, but that volcano had the power of 40, what are they saying, 4,000 Hiroshima bombs?
Jeez.
Let me make sure I'm saying that correctly. Let me look that up real quick. It had the equivalent power of so many of these bombs, Hiroshima bombs. Let me look that up real quick so I'm not lying to you guys listening. Let's see. But yeah, it's crazy. 1 year ago, we were just all up in the news and kind of scared when that thing happened. It happened kind of late in the night too. I mean, during our time, but early in the morning, back in Tonga. Let's see here. You look this up. Just want to make sure I'm sharing the correct information with y'all.
All right, I'm back. So what happened?
Notice was talking about how powerful that it's roughly the 1-year anniversary of the volcano that erupted in Tonga, and he's looking for the reference on how powerful it was. We think it was the same impact as 4,000 Hiroshima bombs, but he's looking it up to be accurate here. Do you remember what it was, Tech?
I don't remember what it was, but talking to the people in Tonga, it was like there was like 3 booms. And then
Really?
the last one, it kind of like the trees were like leaning. That like from the wind.
It's just interesting. Like, I wonder how much it lessened the impact from it because it was underwater, first of all, right?
Yeah.
So it's underwater, or maybe it amplified it. Who knows, right? But you'd think that it was softened it a little bit in my unscientific.
Yeah, I found it. Here it is, right here.
Okay, let's go notice.
Play it into the mic.
The Hunga eruption ejected something in the order of 7 cubic kilometers of material.
Scientists calculate the power of this blast is equivalent to 4,000 Hiroshima bombs.
In the age of satellite imagery, this is by far the biggest eruption we've seen.
Yeah, so it's equivalent. The power of that freaking volcano eruption was equivalent to 4,000 Hiroshima bombs, bro. That is freaking huge. And if you go back and look at the pictures of it, it looks like an atomic bomb went off. Don't let me get started on all the conspiracy theories I heard about that damn volcano. No, I'm serious. Like, people were saying, like, even people in Tonga were like, I know Luther's family was like, they said it was like a bomb, like it wasn't normal. But Tech, what were you saying? While I was looking that up, what were you saying about the trees?
Yeah, from what they were saying, that that last boom, all the trees were like leaning from the wind, so it was like almost tilted.
Dang.
But they said from the stories I got from my cousins is that it's been happening since September.
Yeah, there was a small one.
They see there was like lightning and thunders just right around that area since September, and then it finally erupted in January.
Okay, so notice I have pulled up NASA with them talking about this.
Yeah.
And so what it says is, so when it erupted on January 15th, it sent atmospheric shock waves, sonic booms, and tsunami waves. So maybe that can kind of explain why. So the atmospheric gravity and sound waves, right? So there's like two types of waves that went out. That kind of explains it. And then also just, imagining, the quote that you just showed, which, is equivalent to 4,000. Why it would seem like a potential bomb, why people would think that is because literally a volcano is more powerful than atomic bombs going off, right? So that's why it's going to feel, it would have similar, I would have, not having witnessed any of them, but, it would seem that that's why it would seem similar, and why you could have stories, in conspiracy theories and all sorts of things, because you're talking about that kind of power.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, did you talk to them about how their ears and like how they felt during that time, Tech? Were you able to talk to them about that?
Some of them didn't want to talk about it because they were pretty emotional about it. But for the most part, the ones that were able to talk to, they was talking about like they just thought it was the end of the world because that happened here, and then they seen on the news that we're dying here of the coronavirus, so they were just in shock. Like, this is it.
Yeah.
Damn. That's deep.
So actually, I forgot. I have actually felt what it's like to have to be in range of a bomb blast. When I was on my mission in Spain, there's a Basque group called ETA, and they're fighting for their freedom. They're not recognized as a country, and they live essentially between Spain and France and the border over there. And they want to be recognized as their own country, right? So they would blow up banks and buildings and mostly ATMs. Typically, they were not trying to hurt anybody, but they were just trying to get their message across. But they were extremists. They were blowing stuff up, right? And so about 6 blocks from my flat where we were staying at, they blew up a 6-story building. And when that bomb went off, I felt the wave go through my body. And so literally you can kind of, it's almost like you can feel your organs move. So and that was just a weak little bomb, right? So you're just feeling like it feels really weird. So I can only imagine like you just said, something far, far more powerful than that happening to them. Tsunami warnings. I can only imagine how crazy they must have been, how they must have been feeling, seeing the water come up, feeling the blast come from sound, probably knocked them. I didn't knock any of them over. Tech. Did you hear any stories like that?
Yeah, so on the west side of Tonga, there was a couple resorts there that were pretty popular, and they got totally wiped out
by the wave, by the sound wave, or by the water?
Tsunami.
By the tsunami. Okay.
Yeah, if you drive through those little towns, those little villages, you can see like cars being stacked up on each other. You'll see like the vehicles that were at the resorts, they'll be like on top of the, in the middle of the farmlands. Still.
Jeez.
Otis, check out the link that I posted in the chat for you right there. It kind of shows like a good little picture of what happened and all the different waves going. I don't know if there's a way that we can share it. I mean, this is the NASA website, so we know it's pretty accurate.
Yeah. They what is this? How can I share that? Let me see. Advanced sharing.
There's a lot of little islands in Tonga, and there was one island that the story where that guy swam 9 hours to Tonga.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
but that little island is called Atata, and that from the tsunami, it was one island, and then after the tsunami, it split that island in half. So there's 2 islands now.
So was he blasted like into the water, or it split in half, or like how did that whole story happen, Tech?
I have no idea of the details of that story, but I just know that they say that he swam for 9 hours to Tonga.
That's wild, bro. That is crazy.
So now some of those people moved to Tonga because they, didn't want to take the risk of that happening again. So they built them a little village.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's Atata City.
Oh.
On the west side.
On the west side
of Tonga.
What other village is it close to?
Man, I don't remember. Yeah. There's a lot of little villages. Let me look it up.
So you were gone you left a little bit after Christmas, right? You took off?
December 27th.
And then you just recently got back. How long ago did you get back?
Thursday.
Thanks. So you were there for a good minute, man.
Yeah, about 2 weeks or so.
Very nice. You had the time of your life, I bet, huh?
Bro, the food over there is on a different level, man.
Yeah, how do you mean?
Man, it just tastes so different out there. Like all I ate out there was loose CP. And the CP out there, man, the CP out here, you kind of like gotta chew at it. But over there, that thing melts like butter.
Do they get their CP from New Zealand, or it's right from Tonga?
I think it's New Zealand. But wherever they got it from, it was delicious.
Good. I heard in the Pacific they have that's where the best, like including New Zealand, right? South Pacific. That's where the best sheep is.
Can you guys see the screen?
Yeah.
Best lamb.
Oh yeah, for those CP is lamb. Bro, so it happened underneath the water. That's where the explosion happened, huh?
Yeah.
And look, unusual electric currents. Like check, like just I wonder what that feels like too. With it going off like that.
Well, just
they said our body can probably feel something off with electric. That's why probably you just adding to the feeling of being uncomfortable.
Jeez. Well, I remember hearing or seeing that people in Alaska heard the waves or the shock waves, the volcano exploding, and then
Yeah.
Like, and then people in New York could feel the atmospheric pressure change or something. It was crazy, dude. Imagine if we had hell of those things. That just look at this little. That just happened right there in like almost the middle of the Pacific Ocean, right? The middle. That's where you were, Tech, right there in that little.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild, man. It's a year to that date of that historic event happening, and you when you were there, you saw that they were still recovering from it, huh?
Yeah. They were still, especially some of the farmlands, they were just trying to get all the debris out of there. And they were saying that when it happened, like
Mm-hmm.
first these little rocks started, because they got tin roofs.
Mm-hmm.
So these little pebbles started falling from the sky and hitting the tin roof. And then the ashes came after that. And they said the ashes were so thick that like everything was covered in it. The roof, like if a wind blew, the trees were all covered in it. Everything was just covered in ash.
Jeez.
They said it took like a while for it to clear up.
Mm-hmm.
But they said they were so shocked that it happened that everybody just sat in their house for like a couple days in shock.
Dang. I mean, I would have been too. Jeez.
Yeah. Because, they were in shock that this happened over there. And then they see the news that we're dying over here of coronavirus. So they were thinking that this is the end of the world.
Mm-hmm. I bet, man. Can't imagine. I can't fathom.
But the good thing that came out of it is that they said the ash that came from the volcano
Mhm.
help stuff grow better.
The
Like
crops, right? It
yeah.
enriches the soil, right? With nitrogen. Is that what it is?
I don't
Gives
know what
nitrogen
it
to the
is.
soil?
I don't know what it is. I was never good at science, but they said that for a couple years that mango wasn't really growing that well.
Mhm.
And this year there was mangoes everywhere. There was watermelon everywhere. So it did help in that sense, which they said it was pretty good in that sense that it helped their crops grow.
That's
The
what's
only
up.
thing I really didn't see much of is the fruit tava. There's a little bit, but not too much. But dang, the fruits, the mangoes, the pineapples from Vava'u. Oh my goodness.
Because it's
Dang,
it's
man.
the
Making me
climate down
hungry.
there. I know the climate down there is summertime right now, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the first week I was there, it was raining, nonstop rain for the first week. And then the second week I was there, oh, it was hot. I missed the rain that week. And once the sun got out, it just felt like the sun was like right next to you. That's how hot it was. Yeah.
That's hella hot.
There's no AC in the islands, right?
Plus the humidity is like, oh my gosh. You love those cold showers. But then once you get out, it's like you got to take another one. So in the mornings we'd go to the beach,
Mhm.
take a little dive, look for some stuff. And then after that, we'd take a drive to town. So I was in a little village called Fatumu, and drive to town man, it seemed like forever because there's so many cars over there, but the roads are like not enough for the cars that they have. So traffic was a pain in the butt. And then we'd go do some stuff in town, grab some food, whatever. And then the evenings we'd come back home and straight to the beach. And then that's where I eat like is it sea urchin
Mm-hmm.
and mussels just straight out of the ocean.
Straight eat it raw.
Yeah. Just
Right
get
out
it
the
right
ocean.
out of the ocean and eat it. Just eat it right there on the beach.
Man, that sounds so. But do you how? I mean, A lot of you don't know, Tech is allergic to seafood. So, how did your like allergies hold up with you over there while you were doing that?
Uh, it wasn't that bad,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, because I know when it's gonna hit me pretty hard, so then I'll stop.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't feel like the itchiness in my throat or any of that. Because once I start feeling the itchiness in my throat, I'm done. Because I don't want it to get any worse. But I didn't feel any of that, and I just kept eating and eating, and it was good.
Curious to wonder if what makes it worse is as the seafood sits, maybe there's a bacteria that starts to grow with the longer it's not fresh. I'm just curious because that fresh you're not feeling the symptoms. I'm wondering what the difference is.
Yeah, I don't know.
That fresh out of the ocean though, it's like
Hella fresh.
so good.
Because it's only shellfish that I'm allergic to. Any shellfish like crab, shrimp, or mussels and all that. But I did fine out there.
That's what's up. What are some of the things that you that was fresh when you were grubbing out there? So some sea urchin, they call that tukumisi, right?
Yeah.
In Tongan.
Yeah.
Sea urchin. That's the stuff with the spiny. That's the little ball with the spikes, right?
Yep.
And
then you just crack the top. Then there's like this yellow stuff inside that you just scrape with your thumb.
What?
How's that taste?
Yeah. They serve that as sushi.
It's pretty salty, but it's good. Just tastes like the ocean.
Hella.
What about fish? You have fish?
Yeah, we had fish, a lot of fish, and yeah, it was pretty good.
Sheesh.
Like people would just catch fish right off the ocean and just make it right there, eat it raw.
That's the way it's supposed to be right there.
Yeah. But we'd have to wait till low tide. And that's when the water goes down, and then we'd walk out to the edge of the reef or the coral or whatever, and then we'd fish from there.
Really?
Yeah. Because, bro, that thing's like the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life.
What?
Because you're walking through when it's low tide and you walk to the edge of the coral or the reef. It's only like 2-3 feet deep as you're walking out there, and then right when you get to the edge, it's just deep water. It just like a cliff.
Dang.
And then all you see is all these fishes out there, turtles.
Wow.
It's like, is it like an abyss that you're staring into?
Pretty much. But you also have to be careful because as you're walking out there, there's like little cracks, I guess you call it, that's also deep that it just goes straight down.
Oh, hell no.
So you just got to look at the color of the water and see if it's blue. If it's blue, then don't go that way because that's where it gets deep.
Did you go in the water at all at night?
No. Right when it got dark, we just went back home.
Dang. Did you take a lot of photos and videos when you were out there on the fishing and stuff on the coral or reef?
I only took pictures and photos when I was on the beach, but I didn't want to take my phone out to the edge of the reef and take the risk of dropping it
into the abyss.
Yes.
That's wild. That is crazy, man.
Oh. But it was definitely a good time.
Next time we'll send you with a GoPro.
Oh yeah, I think that was my thought too when I was walking out there. It's like I need a GoPro or something so I can walk with it out here, just to see it.
My brother-in-law and sister live in Eva Beach, and he's a photographer and doing all sorts of underwater stuff. So I'll ask him what he likes over there. You already probably know, huh? Notice what's good underwater, but I think my brother-in-law uses a GoPro, but he's got like crazy underwater footage of dolphins and turtles and everything.
Yeah,
I think GoPro is. Yeah, I think that's the way to go, just because how convenient it is, the size of it, and easy to carry. And then you can buy the mounts either on your chest or your head, so you don't have to hold it in your hand.
Yeah, that's your next trip right there. When you were talking about when you got back, you were talking about you're gonna head back again
June.
in June.
Yeah, at least that's the plan. If not June, then December for sure.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. So what's her name, Tech? Who did you meet over there? Hey, why you got that? Why you laughing? I'm serious.
Nobody, man.
So how was the island, man? Like you were there, brother. You were straight in the motherland, bro. Like, how did it feel to be there? Where's some of your
Bro, it
initial
felt
thoughts?
unreal. It didn't really click in that I was really there until like 3 4 days into it, after waking up. But just seeing it, it was an eye opener, It was just to see where my parents grew up,
That's deep.
you know.
hmm
I think that was probably the best part of my trip, and then be able to hear stories about them.
So which island were you on again, Tech?
I was in Tonga,
You're in
but the
Tonga.
first
Okay.
weekend I got there, I went to a small island called Ewa, and that's where my mom was born. And I stayed at the house where she was born at.
Oh, what? For real?
Yeah,
That is dope, man. It's still there?
where
Still
it's it's still the same house, but they just renewed it.
renewed it. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's dope.
How long were you there for? Yeah, on Iowa.
From just the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, spent New Year's there with my mom's sister.
Gosh, that's dope. What's Ewa like, man? I heard that's where all the good ass gobble be coming from, right? Ewa?
I think so because so I was driving. So one of my cousins took me out for a drive in Ewa,
Mm-hmm.
and then so we're driving along and we've seen this big, like 2-story mansion. It's like a neon green.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like I think it's white with like neon green trim and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, "Whose house is that?" He said, "That's where all the kava from Ewa come from." So
What?
whoever's selling that Ewa cover, he's living pretty good.
That's his home? That was the house?
Yeah, at least that's what he told me.
Mm-hmm.
Big old 2-story mansion. I just remember the neon green with like it's all gated with like iron gates. And
What side of the island were you on?
I was in Ohonua.
Okay, so the west side.
Yes.
Dang.
But yeah, he was telling me that's the house where all the Ewa kava come from.
Mm.
So this kava must be pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I'd be hearing. Like the good cover comes from Ewa.
Yeah, but I spent my first weekend there,
Mm-hmm.
and then into the new year. So, and it was raining all weekend.
Yeah.
And then I see my cousin. He's out there taking a shower in the rain.
Really?
Yeah, shampoo, soap, everything just in the rain, taking a shower. And I was like, I gotta do this. So I went and took a shower in the rain. That's all I did out there was just shower in the rain.
So where were you in Tonga once you went over to the island from Ewa over to Tonga?
So it'll be Fatumu is where I stayed. Are you on Google Earth?
Yeah, I'm trying to track as you talk.
So yeah, can you share your screen?
Fatumu. Let me I don't know if I can, but let me copy. I'm going to copy this and put it in the chat, and Notice can take over here. Notice, I'm going to put the link in there, and that'll take us right there.
Okay. Oh, it took me.
Yeah, I can show you my little journey.
Took me right there. 1 second. I don't know how do I get back? 1 second. Sorry. Technical difficulties.
But yeah, man, dude, the fruit spice, the mangoes, they were everywhere. And the pineapple, the pineapple were like, they weren't even that big, but they were so delicious. They were like perfect size.
You guys see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so which
You
way
said
is Ewa?
Fatumu?
Oh,
So-
Elbo's right here. How long was
Yeah.
that boat? You took a boat ride over there, right, Tek?
Yeah, it's about a 2-hour boat ride, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then Noah, that's where I stayed.
All right here. Oh no.
Yeah.
Dang, okay. And where was that greenhouse again?
It,
Go
it
pay a visit them. No, I'm just kidding. Dang. Okay, so they have a little airport there. That's what's up.
yeah, you could either fly or take a boat.
How long was the boat ride?
It's 2 hours, maybe 3.
Oh, that's what's up. Dang, that's tight. Let's see. And then were here.
Yep.
You flew into Fuamotu right here. That's the
Yes.
airport, main airport in Tonga. And then Fatumu, that's where you stayed, right there?
Yes.
And what is this cave here? Was that the cave that you shared with us in the video? And that's a group chat?
No.
Oh,
It was a different cave. I didn't make it to that cave.
oh, okay.
It's just another tourist site.
Right on.
So I would stay in Fatumu, and then we'd take that main road, Tafahao,
Mm-hmm.
and we'd take that road all the way to town.
How do we cross right here through this road?
Yeah.
Just
Out
go
there, right? There's
Yep.
that one right there.
This is the main road.
Yep. And then we take that main road.
Oh, it's just like McCarran then, huh? Oh, this road goes all the way around the island. Oh, so you cut through. All right.
And then we go left to go to town.
Where's town at?
Zoom out a little bit. Nope, keep going. It's right there, up there to your top left.
Oh, dang, that's a good little drive, right?
Yeah.
How far is that? How
I don't know. Like I
miles?
said, with traffic, it seems pretty. It seemed like it took forever,
my
especially
knee?
in the. Yeah, I spent a couple of days there because my dad's sister lives there,
Mm-hmm.
so we went and visited her, my dad's oldest sister,
That's Coach's grandma, right?
Coach's grandma.
That's dope.
Is everything super green as you're like driving through?
Yeah, everything is green.
green, humid, and hot, huh?
Yeah.
So for somebody that's never been there, like what could you relate it to? If someone's never been there, what would it be? What would it seem like as you're driving through all the roads and looking at everything?
I just felt like I was especially out there, not so much in town because there's a lot of buildings over there. But in between the towns, it's just nothing but trees and farmland. So it just felt like I was just in the middle of a forest, pretty much.
Here's the International Dateline Hotel. This is where my pops and them used to play. And they used to
Really?
their thought, man, their band, yeah.
The interesting thing is, as old as that palace is, nothing has ever happened to it. With all the tsunamis and all that stuff, it's still standing just like that.
Still looks just like this?
Still looks just like that. And the building to the left of it is where
Beautiful.
That building
to
the left of it is where we were all the dang time.
What's this? So what? So is this the east side of the island or the west side?
So the west side would be your left side.
Oh, this road over here, Tsunami Rock, all this area.
Yeah. So yeah,
Oh, the blowholes are on this side.
that's in Homa.
All these little places, bro. Damn, this is where we come
So
from.
see that island up at the top?
Ata Ata
Yeah, that's the island that was split in two by the tsunami.
by the tsunami.
Yeah. And see all these resorts to the left, like White Sand Beach,
Yeah.
Good Samaritan Beach. Those were wiped out from the
Tsunami.
tsunami.
So where did the volcano?
So did that tsunami? Did it go over the island?
Yeah, because that island's not very tall on that side.
On this side here?
Oh,
Yeah. So from what they were
Wow.
saying, it just went across and over.
Dang.
Scary, bro.
That's wild, bro. Man,
And that's where that guy swam from, was that small little island.
here
Yeah.
So
9 hours.
I thought so
9 hours, bro.
what's on that island? Was it just the resort? There's a lot of people that live there, or not too many people?
On which island? The one that's split in two?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's people that live on that island. And
Okay.
I guess what they do for a living is they wake up in the morning, they fish, and then they come to town and sell. So they moved some of those people that didn't want to deal with the tsunami or whatever
Mm-hmm.
into the west side. I believe it's by Kolovai.
All right here.
Yeah, somewhere around there. They made them a little village. And from what I understand is they're not doing too well because they can't really go out and fish and all that like they did back in their own island. So they got to kind of like do their way of living, change it all up and stuff.
Learn a new skill maybe or whatever.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Because they're
the
fishermen.
Yeah.
That Royal Sunset Island Resort, is that still there or gone?
That's probably
wiped.
gone.
That's probably wiped out, man.
Yeah.
Because that was ground zero, basically, right?
Because I think if you go up north a little bit, that's where the volcano was.
Oh, okay.
Up in here somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. That's wild, man. Yeah, I want to ask my brother-in-law, like, I want to record it, do like an interview for him. Because they lived over here where none of the flood waters or the tsunami waters reached. That's where they stayed.
On the south side of Tonga for our listeners that are
Yes.
not watching the video.
Not watching the video there. They're staying in Fuamoto, which is a higher elevation on the island. But yeah, damn, that's crazy.
So is the north side all low elevation?
To me, I really couldn't tell. It seemed like it was all relatively flat.
Yeah.
But
So where did your friend stay at? What village is she from? Hey, come on,
man.
Just asking questions.
Is there a way you can see a satellite view of that?
Let me go back to it. I'm pretty sure.
Under layers, maybe?
Oh shoot. Oops. Am I back in the Zoom thing right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me go. You guys see the button to change it?
Yeah, look for layers on your left-hand side.
Layers. All right. Look at this.
Maybe it's just because you're on I don't know. You're not on
Or what
just
is
Google
this?
Earth.
This is Google Earth.
Well, if you go to layers and then go to more, layers should be a little like small icon on your left.
Layers.
And then,
there it is.
Yeah, and then go to more, and then you have default and satellite.
Oh, here it is. Terrain. Oh, satellite.
Go to
there it is.
yeah,
Oh,
there you
we
go.
go. Now, can you zoom into Fatumu?
Fatumu, right there. Zooming in to Fatumu. Bro, that's the village right here?
Yeah, that's the little village. But see there's a road at the very top of Fatumu,
Yeah,
and
this
then
one?
goes towards the beach.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah,
one?
follow it all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
Then you see that white dot.
Yeah.
That's my uncle's house. That's where we stayed.
Oh,
That's
dang.
awesome.
Right here?
Yeah.
Right on the ocean.
Right on the ocean, bro.
Yeah, so that's why we woke up to the ocean and slept to the ocean.
Dang. That is dope. There's some sort of frequency resonance that the ocean produces, like the sound of the waves and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's therapeutic.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I slept good out there.
Mm-hmm. Straight up. Like when it rains, the sound of water, the sound of the ocean, it's all because we're all vibrating energy human beings, and I think it just resonates with our frequency. So when you're down there by the ocean, man, it's just you connect. I don't know what it is, but
Wonder what hertz it resonates at.
I'm sure we can look that up. But yeah, that's dope, Tag. You're just right here.
Yeah.
There's no one around. So this all his property, right? All
No, just around where his house is. So that beach right there to the right side of it, up.
Mhm. Right here.
Yeah, it was all pretty much us.
Man, that's dope, man. And the thing about Tonga is like, for those of you that don't really know much about that little island nation in the South Pacific, like land, there was something like land is inherited there. Like once you have land, you never can get rid of it or something like this, right, Tech?
Yeah, from what I understand, it just gets passed down from
Generation
whoever.
to do. Yeah.
Yeah, generation to the oldest boy of each family.
Yeah. So everyone was granted land in this kingdom and you can't sell it. Or I guess you can, maybe nowadays you can, but it's like
Well, you can't really sell it. You gotta gift it,
okay.
but pretty much you're selling it. So you see the edge of the reef right there?
Yeah. This where you guys walked out to?
Yeah. And
Bro,
then
how many meters is that? How many yards?
I think
From
it's about 150 yards.
football length?
Yeah,
Football and a half?
football and
Dang.
a half. So it's not that far, but
Bro, that's the great abyss. Look at that. And what we're looking at is pretty much Google Maps, and there's a dark blue and a light blue, and we're looking at the dark blue part, which is the Great Abyss. Tonga has some of the deepest trenches in the world. Is in and around Tonga. I think Tonga, the Tongan Trench. I don't know if that's
yeah, they say there's one around Ewa too, the Pacific Trench.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's right here. That's what they're talking about. This mug, this side.
Because all I know is when we took the boat ride in, it was choppy.
Choppy. Mm.
I don't know if it had to do anything with the trench or whatever.
Man, that's crazy. Like, what a journey, man. What an experience.
Man. It was a
Feedback.
good experience, man. Just to
Well-
just to meet family that I've never met before. Because my dad had 16 brothers and sisters.
Mhm.
My mom had 2 brothers and 1 sister,
Mhm.
but both her brothers passed when they were young. So just the one sister. But just able to go out there and just to meet them, you know?
Jeez.
And it just felt like when meeting them, it just felt like we grew up together.
Yeah.
They didn't treat me any differently or anything. It was like we were already a mini together.
Mhm. Heck yeah, man.
So your family's land is right by the house there.
No, mine's on a different island.
Yours, okay. Where's your land at, bro? I know you went there also in mind and like kind of like a purpose to look at your land, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Where were you going for that? Where's your land at?
Oh, mine's in Hawaii.
Bye. All right. Did you get out that way?
No, we couldn't because the first week was raining so hard. They said if it's a 7-hour boat ride,
Oh hell no.
and to take a boat ride in the rain is like not a good idea. So we just stayed in Tonga.
All right. Where's Hawaii at?
I believe it's up a little bit, right there where your mouse cursor is.
Bungai,
Yeah.
this area.
Yep.
That's it, right here.
Yep. Not right there. That's probably Philemea and Weha right there.
Oh yeah, that's Weha.
But upwards, Pangai.
Oh, okay, right up here. I'm heading north on the map.
Right there's good.
Okay.
See it in the middle.
Yeah. Right here.
Oh, there's land. I got some land in Foa too. But in Pangai.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Man, that would have been nice to go there. Maybe the next trip, right? You know,
Yeah, that's why I plan to go in June because that I guess that's a better time to take the boat.
dang. Hawaii Beach Resort. Wow, they got a Wehan Sons.
Is there no airport there in Pangai?
There's the airport there.
Oh yeah, right here.
Oh, there's.
Salote Biloleo.
Uh,
Mifuka Island. This is a skinny beach. It looks like you are an island. It looks like you can just walk across this thing. Like super,
Yeah.
super skinny.
What is that? Poseidon's Gate.
That's unforbidden territory, right? That's forbidden territory, Jake.
Go back up a little bit. Well, it's got a camera. It's got a picture there. To the right a little bit. Yeah, there it is, right there. What is that? Sounds ominous.
It does. I clicked on it. I don't know. Oh, there's some pictures. Poseidon's Gate is an observation point in Tonga.
Okay.
Situated by Pangai. Oh, so that's probably where they launched their boats, set off the war to conquer the Pacific. So your land is over here somewhere, Tech? Like, remember you showing me?
Yeah, it's there.
Okay.
And then there's another one in four.
Just up the street. Yo, there's hella LDS churches over here.
Yeah, there's like one per village.
Serious? Is that the prevailing denomination or what is it? The
No,
religion out
there's a lot.
Oh, there's a lot. 4 right here. So you got 2 places in Hawaii. Up in Foa, around in this area to the north,
Yeah.
and down here in Hawaii.
Well, the whole thing is called Hapai.
The whole thing is called Hawaii.
Yeah.
Is it 2 separate islands, Foa um and Pangai, or is that all connected?
I have no idea. It looks connected in the maps, but I haven't been out there. Hopefully, when I go back in June, July, that I'll be able to make it out there to see.
Very nice. This is the reason why I want to go. Like one of my 300 goals. So we talked about this in another podcast, but one of my 300 goals is to get a pilot's license, but then to get seacraft certification, so we can just fly everywhere in our own private air seaplane, air to ground seaplane. You just fly from island to island, just land on the ocean, and one of these
Yeah, that'd be
days.
tight.
Yeah, one of these days, man.
That'd be like the best way probably to learn, because just from looking through here, in everybody from Polynesian descent, especially from Tonga, and then just trying to figure out like which island your family's from. This is complicated. It's not like I'm from New York, right? You can't. That's like easy compared to tracing all the different islands that are part of Tonga. So how many islands are there, and then how far north does that go?
Um, it goes all the way
So
up here.
you talking about Tonga?
Yeah.
From what I understand, there's like about 150 islands, but not all of them people live on. But there's 3 main groups. There's Tonga, Hapai, and Vava'u.
Okay.
No, there's 4. Tech, ain't there 4?
I don't.
Shoot, I don't know.
This. But that's from what I remember. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Just so wild to think about. Okay, I'm gonna get on a boat and just go find some islands, and then they went and visited Samoa too, and there were some just think about like the bravery it would take, the courage to just cruise out in the ocean and go island to island.
Not knowing if there is an island.
Right.
It's fascinating. It's like it's mind blowing how they navigated and went about their ways. Look how far these are far away places, man. And they just mobbed around here like it was nothing.
Yeah. So like from Tonga to Fiji is about a 2.5 hour plane ride.
Look at that right
Uh,
there.
I wonder how far I mean, by boat then.
Yeah, it's a long boat ride.
Yeah.
Straight up. Man, that is wild, bro. Sheesh. And they went
Have you
all
ever
the
been
way
to
up
Fiji?
here. Well,
I just flew into Fiji. That's about it. Just the airport.
mm. Next time, do a little layover, little long layover.
Well, we had a long layover, but we don't want to, because if you leave the airport, you got to take your bags,
Mm,
and then you got to go back through check in and all that.
yeah.
We didn't want to deal with all that, so we just stayed at the airport.
Oh, man, dude.
But it was an exciting trip, man. I think that's the best part of it was just seeing where our ancestors grew up, you know,
Mhm.
my parents, our parents, their parents, and their parents, where it all began. See how they grew up, see their lifestyle, live their lifestyle, you know. It's probably changed over time, but you know, just to be able to see it and to see the stories, you know, when they tell you stories of what they did in Tonga, and then
Mhm.
you be able to go put places to those stories, you know, kind of like putting a face to a name, you know.
Did you feel
It's-
like you were unplugged from everything out there too?
oh yeah, because my phone didn't work out there, and they kept telling me to get a SIM card, but I was like, no. I like not having a phone.
What part of like what else did you do? Like some attractions that you went and saw, or some other things like family or friends?
So we did, you know, the normal tourist things. You know, we saw the Hamonga, the palace, there's a thing on the west side, I guess. I didn't really get the story, but I guess that's where when the first missionaries or the first pilgrims came over, that's where they came to, was on the west side. And then I
Mm.
seen they got a little thing for Captain Cook, the blowholes.
Mm.
You know, we did all that. But if you want ice cream, you got to go to Liahona.
Why is that?
They got the biggest scoops.
Is it like was it an ice cream shop over there, Leona?
Yeah, there's the ice cream shop. They got ice cream, keke isite,
Oh,
and you know those two combos was not good for me.
Keke is like a scone. It's like
Yeah,
some
it's like a
scones.
scone. So when you eat the ice cream, I just put in the scone because it was like warm, fresh. You just stick the ice cream in there and just eat it.
What about the Kentucky, dude? The Kentucky.
Man, the Kentucky, it's just fried chicken.
Mhm.
That's all it is. They serve it with manioca,
But
but
it's
it was pretty
spelled.
good.
Is how do they spell it out there?
K
Kentucky.
Kentaki.
Kentucky. That's hella funny. Bet you was bomb though, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It
That was
was really
funny
good.
when you sent the pictures over of the Kentucky that you went and grubbed at. Mhm.
Yeah, it
Wow.
was pretty good, man. The food out there, like I said, it tastes totally different. Probably because most of it is organic, you know?
Straight up.
Mm.
Straight
No,
organic, like real organic.
no
Yeah.
seed oils,
No, they just see enough organic
everything
stuff.
fresh.
Yep.
Hella fresh.
Probably could eat more and lose weight there.
Ouch.
Dude, I felt like I ate a lot. That's all I did out there was eat,
Mhm.
but I don't feel like I gained that much weight. I didn't feel as bloated as I do when I eat here.
Telling you, man, the food here in America is.
But I tell you,
Oh,
I ate like every other hour, just throwing something down.
man, did you have any fresh mango otay out there? Do you guys make some otay?
No, they didn't make any otai. Millennial otai,
Yeah.
but we just ate the mango. Because the mangoes were pretty small,
Mm-hmm.
so I just ate it like an apple.
Skin and everything. Just
Yeah,
rubbed it.
just
Man.
ate it like an apple. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
good.
Jake, when are we going, man? When are we gonna go through?
Soon.
December, man. Let's plan for a trip. December or June. Go with Tech.
June's probably the best because that's their winter. It's a lot cooler.
Oh,
Let's do it. I'm down.
December's summertime, and it was pretty warm.
summertime and hella bugs.
Hella bugs. I got bit all over my legs.
How's your legs, by the way,
Mosquitoes?
man?
They're doing better. Just had to, throw some
Benadryl.
ointment. Yeah. No, I just threw some cleaning stuff on there. Cortisone
Mm.
10.
Oh, okay.
Cleaned it up.
Sheesh.
But it's still pussing, but the swelling went down.
Oh, good. You take any like a leave or anything for it? Because
No,
you
I'm not
sent
too much into pills.
you sent that picture over of your feet and they were hella big. They swelled up. S-
Did,
Got all swollen.
did that happen from your flight over, or they were already swollen before you left?
They were swollen before I left. They were from the bug bites.
So it is a real thing out there to bring some bug spray during the summer, like the December summertime.
Yep.
Would you just heavily suggest that when you're out there visiting?
Yes. And so after that, I bought these mosquito coils.
Hmm.
Man, I just surrounded my bed with it at night.
Oh, dang.
Slit those up and just slept with it. But I don't know if it was a mosquito that got me or something else because the bite had like 3 bites. It almost looked like a spider bite.
Mm. Probably every creature over there is trying to just fresh blood, man.
Yeah.
Some of that American sugar you brought over all the high fructose corn syrup. Man, that's dope. Did you notice any like when you were down there in the town, the city? Did you see the wharf and do you see like boats and stuff out there? Did you see like the pier?
Yeah.
Get a chance to take a look at that?
Yeah, I went to the pier because I had to take the boat to Ewa.
Hmm.
So the pier, it didn't look like it took too much damage
Hmm.
because from the way they were saying that the tsunami came like in a certain direction that it kind of like, I don't know, it pretty much just got the west side. And then it just it kind of like swept around and didn't like come directly to the island. But there's a little bit of damage, but not too much.
Mm. But
Like I said,
that volcanic ash went everywhere.
yeah, that volcanic ash, they said it was everywhere. It was thick. And like, if you go out and walk on the street, you're just kicking up dust. When the wind blows, it's just blowing off ash off the trees.
Hmm.
You know, they said the roof was just covered in it.
Mm. But it fertilized everything, that ash.
Yeah, from what they were telling me, is like before the volcano, mango wasn't really growing.
Mm.
And then after that, there's mango everywhere.
Jeez. Well, I know I researching this planting thing called hydroponics. You guys heard of that? It's like using water to plant, like planting your vegetables in water and using water to plant or grow your plants. And one thing of the hydroponics, one factor of using hydroponics is when you fertilize the seedlings, you use volcanic rock to make it grow. So right when you said that, I was like, there's probably a correlation to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
And I think it even helped with the in the ocean too.
Mhm.
Help stuff grow.
Dang. You're talking that explosion was so deep down into the earth, it probably brought all the nutrients and stuff from down there. And
Yeah.
just dang, all that soil, rich, thousands of years old, just now to the top of the surface.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
And then my cousin was telling me that he just kind of used that ash
Hmm.
and he used it to like build stuff because he kind of like used it as like concrete
Mm.
and just added some dirt and some water and mixed it all together. And he was able to build like fence posts for his fences.
Just thought.
But it was a good time, man. If you guys go, I'd recommend it.
Didn't want to come back, huh? We were afraid that you weren't going to come back. You were just going to give up everything and just stay there, Tech.
Man, I wanted to, but I gotta come back.
That's
If I can work this out with my land, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens after that.
make it happen, bro. You got it, man. Definitely make that happen. That'll benefit
Maybe,
everybody.
maybe I'll be doing the podcast from there.
Shoot, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Man, because yeah, I'll tell you guys, it's the way they work. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was just my cousins, but it seemed like they didn't really work. They always had days off, paid days off.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, you can go to the doctor's office, get a doctor's note, say you're sick, and then send it to your employer and get a paid day off.
Man, nice.
But it was good, man. Just to meet the family, see the house that my mom and dad grew up in, see the
Would you
schools that they went to.
would your pops what part of the island did your pops grow up at?
Fatumu.
Oh, in Fatumu?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So right there, man.
yeah. My other uncle that lives over there, that's the house that my grandparents lived in.
The one down by the beach?
No, that's it. Another one that's in town.
Oh.
That's the house that had Wi-Fi
Mm.
that I was able to use once in a while
Mm.
to
What
send
was your
pictures.
what was your most favorite thing to grub out there when you were down there? Something that you never had.
Uh, my favorite thing to grub out there was the Lucipi, but it was the first time I ever had the sea urchin,
Hmm.
and that was probably pretty good because in the evening time, that's all we did. Just go out to the ocean, grab those and mussels, and just eat it. But the
Nice.
Lou, there's Lou everywhere, bro,
Yeah.
and they eat pretty good. Lou Sipi, Lou Moa, Lou Ika.
So Lu is taro leaves. So
Yeah,
taro, they chop off the leaves that grow with the taro, and they make a delicacy out of it. They bake it, wrap it with they bake it like a shell, and they wrap the food with the taro leaves.
yeah. They wrap the protein where there's fish, lamb,
Mm.
chicken.
Hella bomb.
Yep.
Nice, man. Well, we're glad you're back, Tech. Glad you had a great trip, and maybe you can share with us off the podcast what her name is. Don't want to get you in trouble, bro.
And
But
there is
I'm sure you
nobody.
made some friends, right? I'm sure you made a lot of friends, met a lot of new acquaintances and
No, I
connections,
just went out
network.
there to hang out with family, man. That's it.
Nice. Heck yeah.
Wink, wink.
Oh man. Yeah, man. Get your legs treated, bro. Get it. If you need anything over there, man, let us know.
No, it's good. We're good. My
Worried
legs are
about you.
good.
Good.
It's just healing.
Nice.
I'm not too worried about it.
Um, well, shoot. We've been rambling on for a minute, but it was a good little episode, man. A little talk about your vacation, or not your vacation, but your trip, meet your family. Oh yeah, man.
And everybody listens to the radio out there.
The radio?
Yeah, because the radio like tells them what's going on.
Oh.
So they just have like little, the old school radios, FM, AM, FM.
Hmm.
They just got it turned on and just listen to what's going on.
Oh.
So like they were waiting for like so I don't know how it works, the education system out there works, but the kids took a test to go to the next graduate or whatever, but they took a test to move on to the next class,
Uh-huh.
and some of the kids were listening to the radio to find out when the results come out so they can listen to if they made it or not.
Oh, for
I
real?
thought that was pretty interesting that they
It's-
still have a AM FM radio.
Oh, so it's like a major communication tool.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
okay.
said when the thing happened last year, it was pretty big to let them know what was going on.
Oh, dang. Dang, that's dope. So there's not too much TV, around.
No, no TVs.
Dang.
I don't think I've seen one TV when I was there.
Man, they probably was just gather around with someone's house that has a TV to watch the Hunga Tonga, all the rugby games.
Yeah, or listening to the radio.
Mhm. Nice, man.
But yeah, so I have no idea what was going on over here, like with the
Yeah.
NFL football and stuff.
Hmm. Oh,
Nothing.
so you don't know that your Chiefs didn't make it?
Fine.
I'm just
That's
playing.
messed up. Did you drink? Do you drink kava out there, Tech?
No, I didn't drink kava.
Mm.
I wanted to, but I was a little scared because I don't know how my stomach would do.
With the water?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's probably rainwater that they probably mix it with.
Oh,
I know it could. Yeah. So they got rainwater and then they got tap water,
mhm.
and most of the stuff they use to consume is the rainwater.
Mm. Straight up fresh water, then, right? I never
Yeah.
had rainwater. How's the rainwater?
I have no idea. I didn't really take it in a lot, consume it in a lot, but I didn't mind it. But yeah, that's what they used is rainwater. That's what they collect. They call it sweet water.
Mm. Vitamin D.
Yep.
And their rainwater is probably better than our tap water. Sheesh.
I bet, man. How like they collect in big old tubs and bins?
Yeah. So they'll have some, I don't know, it's like a big old green tank that they collect it in. It just they just that's why they have tin roofs.
Mm.
It just goes onto a rain gutter straight there.
Oh wow. Oh.
Yeah. And then there's some, they have those like big old, what is it, 50-gallon drums?
Mm-hmm.
The blue ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they'll just leave it like right there by the door and just let it drip off the roof into there.
Dang. That's dope.
But yeah, that's what we usually took a shower in.
Nice. Just you went thought like you scooped up the water yourself and showered that way
Just in the rain.
on the rain.
Yep. Just outside on the porch, side of the house. I'm not fully naked. I got a tank top and shorts on, but
Mm-hmm.
You know, got the shampoo, soap.
Nice. So the rain is coming out. It's a heavy pour then.
Yeah, it comes down pretty steady, but the way it comes down is like so calm.
Dang.
It just like it's like a shower head, just like flows. And there's I didn't see lightning or thunder or nothing like that. It was
It's rain.
just rain.
So what's normal rainfall in the summer then? That's like every other week. Essentially, you'll have a week of rain, basically.
Yeah, from what we were told, my cousin said when we got there is that this whole week's gonna rain. By Monday, it should clear up. And sure enough, it did. And that's when it started to get hot. That's when I started noticing the bugs coming out a lot more when there was no rain.
Mm.
But it's funny because all these small villages, there's a lot of dogs, a lot of pigs, a lot of chickens everywhere.
Mm.
But everyone knows whose dogs belong to who, whose pigs belong to who. And they just they run the streets, bro.
No gates, no fences. It's just walking around.
They just walk around.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
They
that
run-
island life then.
Yeah, they just run the streets. And it's just interesting that everybody knows whose pigs are whose and whose. I think my cousin had boars.
The one with the teeth.
Yeah, it had tooth and had like little beards on the side too, like, and the snout was like it was longer than a normal pig.
Mm. It's like the pigs in those Hawaiian t-shirts. Or
So is there anywhere you can hunt, or is everything like somebody's land where you can't hunt?
I don't know if you can hunt because everybody owns animals. Everybody's farming their own food, so I mean you can fish. But as far as hunting, you'd probably get somebody else's pigs.
Mm.
I've seen a couple cows, couple horses, but that was about it.
And there's no snakes, right? On Tonga.
I have no idea. I've seen a lot of spiders though. Big spiders.
Oh,
Huge spiders.
hell no. No wonder.
Huge spiders.
That makes sense now. Because, dude, when I'm deathly afraid of spiders, bro. And like sometimes there'd be some spiders in here, and Luta, she'd be like, "That's nothing." She just wipes it out, like blows it off, like that's not nothing. Don't spiders are nothing or whatever. She'll go pick up that spider and just. I'm like, oh my gosh. Now it
Dude.
makes sense why she's so comfortable around.
They're like almost the size of your palm of your hand.
Oh hell! No. On second thought, I'm just gonna go straight to Maui. I can just fly over them real quick. Oh,
Yeah,
hell no.
There
He's gonna
was
stay in the plane.
There was one just right outside our door at my uncle's house, and it was just chilling right there between the trees. It had his web,
Mm-hmm.
and it was big, and it had like a neon green body.
Nope. No. I would. Oh,
Yep.
I'm gonna go stay at the Dayline Hotel. Sheesh, that's crazy, man. I'm itching right now, like, just thinking about it.
Yeah, those spiders everywhere though.
You probably got bitten by a spider, bro.
That's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Because my leg was hurting for a couple days.
Like hurting.
Yeah.
Like you because when you get bit, I've been bitten by a spider. They're like the round where you get bitten, the around like it gets really super hard. Was your leg like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a spider bite, man. It gets super. It's different than a mosquito type of bite.
Yeah. Like on my right leg, my whole shin,
Hmm.
it was like it felt like it was hard.
Yeah.
It's got to be careful with because if you don't, without knowing, like you can lose your limb from
Mm.
spider bites. You can lose like they can be that serious. I don't know if you have serious enough ones in Tonga, but just be careful with that tech.
And then my left one, I got bit on the ankle, and my whole left ankle and foot was fefeka, hard.
Man, it could have been it could have been one of those spider bites. So I've been bitten by a spider, and I've actually had to go to the hospital and have it drained, the ER room, and it leaves a scar, man.
Oh,
Super itchy. But yeah, it's totally different than when you get bit by a mosquito because mosquito it doesn't harden up. You can still see the blood. I mean, it's red around the bite, but it doesn't harden up like a spider bite.
Yeah, it was pretty hard. My leg was. After the
Everybody
bite.
scared of spiders has now left the podcast.
But it's a good thing that you were careful walking on the reef because if you get cut by coral, it's even worse, man. Coral is even worse than a spider bite because your skin will become infected and start growing pus, like little zits around the cut of the if you get scraped by coral or yeah, the coral is
Oh,
bad.
really?
Yeah, it is bad if you get cut by coral. That's where you really have to take antibiotics because it looks like that one ghost pirate in Pirates of the Caribbean, the dude that what's his name would always Jack Sparrow would always battle with.
You're a cruel man, Jack Sparrow.
Looked like that dude. Like your skin looks like that. It's nasty. It's good that you were careful when you were walking out there. That's one thing I was gonna remind you was like don't get coral scraped or get cut up by coral because man, it's not pretty.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad walking out there. But yeah, it was a fun time, man.
That's good. Glad you had that experience, man. We're able to connect, man. That's so important. That's the first time they had met you, huh? Since probably ever.
Yeah, ever.
Mm.
And then for some of them, like for my mom's family, she left for school at 12 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and she's never been back home. So that was the last time they seen her was at 12 years old. And then for my dad, I think it was more like high school age, maybe 18, 19. And that was the last time he's been home.
Mm.
So then just to go back and to meet everybody
Mm-hmm.
was pretty cool.
That's dope, man. What's your sister? Was she your young? She's obviously younger than your mom, your auntie.
Yes.
Nice.
Yep. And she's still in Ewa at the same house that my mom was born in.
Very nice.
Her and my grandmother were born in that house.
Oh.
Because that piece of property, it belonged to my mom's grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
So then it went from my mom's grandpa to her, to my grandma's brother,
Mm-hmm.
from my grandma's brother to his son. So that's how the land is passed down from generation to generation. Just goes down to the oldest boy.
Nice. How was it telling the stories of to your brothers and sister? How was it sharing with them? They want to go now. They're gonna go
Yeah.
next time.
They want to go. Until I told them about the bugs and spiders, no, they don't want to go.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I totally understand that. I can relate. Mm.
And I think once they seen my legs, they were like, "Nope."
Yep. Definitely bring hella bug spray when we go out there.
It's just because the winds are like the windows are open, right? Is that why anything can kind of just climb in there?
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
windows they have, they're more like blinds,
Mm.
Slits.
slits,
Mhm.
and then so you can just open it up and just
Fresh
like a
air.
blinds, you know? Yeah. And we just left it open all night because it was so hot, just to get that ocean breeze coming in.
That ocean breeze and spider friends.
Yeah. And all their friends.
Man, did you ever go camp down by the ocean? Like do a little campfire at night? Just stay down there?
No. Right when the sun came down, we just went back to the house.
Mm.
Well, it felt like we were camping anyways because my uncle's house doesn't have any power to it,
Uh-huh.
just running water. So we just built a little bonfire around the house and that was it.
Mm.
Flashlights.
Oh, that's dope. Straight up island life, bro. That's nice. Yeah, we all need to get back to our roots some one of these days. You know, I think it's good to connect, get grounded again, right? Do you feel like a sense of ground? Like you're a little bit more grounded, understanding?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. It's understanding how my parents and them lived, how our ancestors grew up, and their lifestyle.
Yeah. And definitely like reason why they made that bound, they took that leap.
To come here.
Yeah, to go to America, man. Look for a better life.
Yeah.
Huge sacrifices. And, some people are cool with just staying there's nothing wrong with it. Great staying home and being in the motherland, but some people took that venture and had that, that courageous feeling to seek or to, pursue a little bit more or whatever. But that's dope, man. Hope you
Yeah,
get
and I realized like living on the
yeah.
island is
Uh-huh.
pretty much like people in New York City.
Really?
Yeah, like some of them never been outside of
Oh.
New York City,
Mhm.
and some of them never been. So some of them never been from island to island, even though it's like right there.
Mhm.
Like when I was visiting my cousins in Ewa,
Uh-huh.
they never been to Tonga,
What?
and it's only like a 2.5 hour boat ride.
Mm. Oh, okay.
And I guess school out there is optional. So if you want to go to school, you go to school. If not, you go straight to work.
Let's see.
But I thought that was pretty interesting too.
Mhm.
So,
Did you ask him why? Like,
no, I just think finance, money.
mm,
Mm. Mhm, mhm.
Because
what
from
do they do for work?
a lot of them farm. Most of my cousins they working for the government. Some of them have their own bus, so that'll take them from village to village. Yeah, and there's a lot of Chinese people there.
Really?
Yeah, speak better Tongan than me.
Hmm. That's one group of people, man. They know how to adapt to the different situations. They're all, man,
But
bro.
they're all the same.
Yeah.
So once you get used to them, like living with them in New York City,
Mhm.
they're all about the hustle. So when you go to the stores, you just talk with them and come on, $50, I'll give you 40.
Mhm.
You know?
Man, nice.
But it was a pretty emotional and good experience, I'd say. Because for the first couple of days, even like it didn't really hit me till like 3, 4 days into the trip that I was actually there. And I was just taking it all in. And then you see all these little villages that people say, I'm from Kolomotua, I'm from here, I'm from there. And then you start seeing these villages that everybody's from. They all look the same.
Yeah.
There's not one village better than the other.
Yeah, I can't wait to go.
Bro, you should go, man. When you planning on going?
In June. What day are you going, Jack? Go back and just roll with you.
So for me, in Tonga, most of the cemeteries are close to the beach. So when the tsunami hit, a lot of the cemeteries got wiped out. And that's what happened to my grandma, my mom's mom, in Ewa. Some of the grave sites got wiped out. And so I'm going back in June, hopefully June, July, because I guess the plan is to move them up higher.
Higher
So
ground.
so if the tsunami does hit again, they won't get taken out to the ocean.
Oh, dang.
That's if they're still there.
That's a process. I can't imagine that's going to be to locate the remains and to move it.
Yeah, because first we got to find them. Because that's the whole cemetery got wiped out, and then we got to move them up.
Man, that's deep, bro.
And it seems like it got hit pretty hard because their gas station got wiped out, cemetery got wiped out. So now I guess they bring gas in like 50-gallon drum barrels from Tonga to Ewa for gas.
Dang, really?
Yeah.
That tsunami, man, that volcano, it ruined a lot of things. But then it also gave life, right? It also gave a little bit of life
to all the vegetation. Things started growing plentiful. So there was good and the bad.
Yeah.
But from the sound of it, it seemed like they had ample time to prepare because it started happening in September.
Right. There's a small volcano that same volcano popped off.
Yeah. And then they could see. They said could see from far away where that volcano was, like thundering and lightning happening around in that area. But it was good. I'd recommend it. Go and visit back to the home front. See the stories that your parents talk about, where they grew up. But yeah, that's my plan to go back in June, if I can. If not, then December it is.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely gonna go in December.
I hear early December is like the time to go. 'Cause plane tickets are pretty cheap around then.
Okay.
Hey, but for American Airlines, aren't you guys partners with Fiji Airways?
Yeah. Well, I'd rather buy a confirmed ticket because there's hella standbys that be showing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just better just to buy a confirmed ticket. Yeah. Unless
But you'll just need to confirm from LA to Fiji.
or probably just all the way through. Yeah. LA to Fiji, Fiji to Tonga. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Fiji to Tonga, the plane wasn't that packed.
It wasn't.
No,
Mm.
there's barely anybody on it.
I seen the plane that you guys took. You guys took a 737-800 Max, so one of the newer planes.
I have no idea, but it was a pretty big plane.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's a long plane.
Long plane.
Mhm.
Had like 3 rows of 3, like 1, 2 areas for coach economy,
Mhm.
and then a business class up front with the pods.
Yeah, it's nice, man. Oh man, I don't ever want to travel coach ever again. I'm telling you, once I got that taste flying to London, bro, I don't ever want to. I mean, when I flew back in from New Zealand, it was nice too because I got the premium upgrade or this the premium seating. It's not first class, not it's coach, but it's premium. It's a little bit more leg room. That's nice too. But man, that's why we need to just become filthy rich so we can have planes and our yachts and our boats down there and return. Just go down there during the winter. I'm so happy that you went, Tech. That's so dope, man. Happy to hear your
Yeah.
experience too. That's nice.
And thanks for you guys' donations, man. That really helped out a lot.
Nice. Good.
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 Because from what I know now, if you ever go to Tonga
Mm-hmm.
and you're worried about what to take,
Mm-hmm.
candy, money. That's
Yeah.
all you need.
Hell yeah.
Just pass out candy. People love it out there.
Mm-hmm.
And then money. Because, they're, yeah, they do well out there.
Mm-hmm.
They eat
Fresh. Fresh.
fresh food. Farm to table, ocean to table.
I mean, that's one of the things you wanted, right? I just want to
Yeah.
eat, go to the ocean and just grub. And you did that. Remember you
That's
were
all I
talking
did
about
was
that.
eat.
Heck
Yep.
yeah.
Man, I had the best raw fish with tuna.
Mm-hmm.
Ota. They made otaika with tuna.
Tuna fish?
Yeah.
Mm. Like the tuna that we have at the sushi buffet?
Yep.
Yeesh.
It was
Man.
good. And they had like purple yams fried.
Mm. Oh.
So like sweet potato fries
Mm-hmm.
with the raw fish. It was good.
Sounds amazing right about now.
Heck yeah.
And then they had some lobster.
Yeah?
Yeah. Dude, this lobster was huge.
Uh-huh.
And then I go to take the tail off.
Uh-huh.
And I turn it around, and it was a female lobster.
Mm.
And because there was a lot of eggs right there.
Did you consume the eggs too?
No, I didn't consume the eggs, just the tail.
Mm.
But yeah, it was so good, man.
Nice. Fresh, that can't get no fresher than that.
Yep, it was good, man. Telling you, food tastes different. Experience was wonderful, emotional, and beautiful
Mm-hmm.
to see everything, see how they lived, put names to faces. But yeah, it was good, man.
Did you ever get a chance to like FaceTime your brothers and sisters and have a group chat or hit them up while you were down there?
Nope. Because I only had Wi-Fi in one at my uncle's spot, and I was only there just to charge up the phone and then take off. That's why I was only able to send a couple messages, and then
Here and there.
yeah, and then I was out going to see the town.
Very cool.
But the king, he likes to visit Eua.
Yeah?
Yeah, So while we were there on New Year's Day, he was at church. He went to church over there. I think it was
Oh.
Wesleyana Church.
Mm-hmm. In Ewa.
So and the church he went to was right on the corner from my cousin's house.
Mm-hmm.
So we, like my first Sunday there, I don't know. I just know that everything is closed on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
So, I get the hitch to go take a walk around. So I go walking and I walk by the church and I see these army guys just standing outside. And I was like, oh, shoot, I don't even know if I'm supposed to be out on Sunday walking. So then I straight turned around and went back to the house because I was gonna walk to just down the street to the gravesite to see my grandma,
Uh-huh.
and then I went back to the house and my cousin drove me over there.
Mm.
Good thing he did because it started raining after that. But yeah, we seen the king and queen over there
Okay.
and the princess.
Mm-hmm.
The princess was there too, going to church for New Year's.
Did you go up and introduce yourself?
No. But the funny thing is, when I come back to Fatumu,
Mm-hmm.
we go to the Laulea, the beach over there, because my grandparents is buried over there too on my dad's side,
Mm-hmm.
right by the ocean. And then while we're there, you know, a boat comes and it's the princess. She comes to that beach, and that's how she came back to Tonga, was through there.
Oh, she just mobbed over there from Elwood to that beach?
Yeah,
Dang.
I guess that's the way they take when they come from Ewa,
Mm-hmm.
is go through there. Because if not, they'd have to wrap around the whole island and come through Nuku'alofa. Versus if they just come from Ewa, it's just a straight shot
And then just drive into town.
and then drive into town.
So you had two opportunities to introduce yourself to the princess.
Pretty much.
Man, you should have jumped, man, bro. So
Notice, is that your family
nah, they ain't my family.
related?
Nah,
Oh,
no. But shoot, Tech, that could have been a match right there in heaven, bro. Right there, bro.
Oh,
Did you like just wave? Man, you should just waved and smiled that she would have beelined it right towards you, man.
our security guards are pretty deep.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
They mob like that out there?
Dude, they had like 8 boats, I think.
What?
Yeah. But they're like these 16-footer aluminum boats.
Oh, okay.
So they were mobbing pretty deep.
Man. You need to get a yacht out there. A couple of them. Get a couple of boats. Nice, man. What else, man? What else did you experience and would like to share with our listeners about your Tongan trip?
That's about it, man. I think the best part was just getting to know the family,
Mm-hmm.
because I've never met them.
Yeah.
And just to be able to meet with them and hear stories about my grandparents and my parents, I think that was probably the highlight of my whole trip. It's just to hang out with the family. And then also to drive with them around town and then point out like certain things that my parents used to do. Like for instance, they were telling me that my dad,
Mm-hmm.
he was like he went to Atele, which is an all boys school.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like this, I guess he was like a rocket scientist.
Mm.
Yeah, and he just did this demonstration he was like one of the top guys for the rockets. And I never knew that. And I found that pretty interesting when they were telling me the stories. Yeah, he's one of the top guys to do
Man,
stuff with rockets out there.
like scientist stuff,
Yeah,
scientists and engineering. That's look at your nephew, man, Manasa, dude.
yeah,
It's just it's in the blood.
yeah. He's a scientist now too.
Isn't that funny how that is, how that works out? I'm not surprised I didn't even know that either. Probably
No,
still that
he
probably
still
doesn't even
doesn't
know.
know. I haven't really talked with them about all this stuff,
Mm.
but
Yeah, there's
yeah, just to be able to connect with the family is probably the best thing,
mm, yeah.
you know. And it feels a lot different when you connect with them over there.
Yeah, straight up, man. You're in the motherland,
Yeah,
right? The middle of the freaking ocean, bro. That's where
bro.
that's where it all happened. That's where you come from, bro.
Yeah,
That's your heritage. That's your
that's where we come from, man. It was good.
nice.
That probably be the most exciting, the highlight of my trip, and then the food.
Mhm.
I didn't care too much about the sights,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah,
but just to hang out with the family and share a meal with them,
mhm.
man, that was the best.
Not bad, man. That's where the heart of it all is.
You know,
Mhm.
and the puaka, oh my goodness,
It's a different level,
so succulent, you know.
huh? And they clean it
Ew.
better out there, huh?
Yeah,
It's like hardly any blood that comes out.
yep.
Yeah.
There was hardly anything, dude. It was so good and so crispy. And when we ate it, it was like right off the fire. So it was still pretty warm.
Mhm.
That when you try to grab into the meat, it burns your hands. That's how fresh off the fire it was. Skin so crispy.
Man.
Yeah, it was good, bro. I enjoyed it. Had a good time.
Good. That's good, man. They say like, when you know where you come from, then you know where you can go. You ever hear that?
Yeah,
You know your roots, then you know how far you can go or where you can go. So, yeah,
go
man.
back.
Yeah.
And we
No
going
wonder,
back.
no wonder why the rest of the world is so lost.
Yeah, you can kind of correlate that to that. Like we're in a different game, right? Here in the States, and everywhere else, we're all trying to survive somehow, trying to make a living in advance. It seems like, right? We have more stipulations against us, like taxes and rent and bills and health, medical bills. The island life seems a little bit more like low key, more grounded,
Mhm.
more or less, right? Kind of simple.
And what I noticed out there is time moves slow.
Mm,
Not a, like over here, it seems like there's not enough time in the day. You got stuff to do. You got to keep going.
mm,
Out there, it's just felt like time was just you had all the time in the world.
mm,
Because there'd be times I'd be thinking it's like 4 or 5 o'clock and it's only noon, 1 o'clock.
mm.
Still had plenty of time to do stuff.
Yeah.
It goes to show, is our life, the way we live our lives, better? Probably not. Different. Um, I I think there's so much value in hearing you say that and what perspective it gives to what we have here versus what they have there. I don't think better is a good way to say it, right? It's different. It gives valuable perspective.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just totally different. It just felt like time was just like you could go to work, come home, take a nap, and still have plenty of time to do stuff. Here, it just feels like you ain't got time to take a nap. Just a 15-minute quick shut eye, and then got to keep going.
Mm.
It's probably why they live longer out there.
Less stress.
Yeah. And it seems like they're always, us, we live a lot comfortable. We got cars. We ain't got to walk to places. We ain't got to go farm our own food. Over there, they do a lot of like physical activity that keeps them moving that I think makes them live longer as well,
Mm.
Like for instance, my aunt, Coach's grandma, she's gonna be 90 this year and she still walks to church. She'll get out and do a little bit of gardening, just for her just to get out and move and do stuff like that. Versus, I think that helps out a lot.
Mm.
But yeah, it seemed like I was there forever just because time went by so slow.
I mean, they do call that place the land where time begins. That's they're right on the that line or
International
whatever.
Day line.
Yeah. Oh, that's where the hotel name comes from. Dateline Hotel. Okay, now I'm connecting the two. Hella slow. But yeah, awesome tech. That's good stuff, man. Good stuff. And I want to give a shout out to your mom, Auntie Malika, because when we first started out this podcast, I don't know if a lot of you guys know, but when we started off, we had we had one fan. She was the number one fan of our little Fakamuna podcast, and it was Tek's mom, Auntie Malika. She was one of the biggest fans. She kept encouraging us to keep going, don't stop, keep going. It's like a good thing for us to do. So, you know, shout out to you, Tek, for going back to your roots and linking up with your mom's sister and being able to connect with her and you know what I mean? That's deep, bro. So
Yeah, it was a good time.
yeah,
That was the highlight of my trip, man. It's just me and the family.
nice. Yeah, bro. Definitely this is not the last time you go back and we're definitely all trying to go this time. So December, definitely I'm definitely going with wifey and the rest of the fam down in December. Jake, you're invited. You have a place to stay out there, roll through. But Tek, hopefully you are going to go back in June and do your thing, get another trip, and say hi to your friend for us. Tell her to tune in. We're gonna keep this off the podcast, but don't want to embarrass anybody.
We'll see how many listens we get from Tonga now.
But yeah, for real, Tek. Hopefully, I don't know. I don't think you had a chance to do that, but yeah, next time when we're down there, we're buying SIM cards and we're gonna listen to our podcast. But yeah, man, I'm so happy you went. So glad to hear your experience, bro. It's so deep. It's so good because you're my age and I was born there, right? I was born in Dome, but never been back, man. So it's good to hear your recount or your, recollection, your experience that you had there. That is so rich, right? It's so rich. You
Yeah.
can't get that. You can't get that, man. You have to go down there and experience it for yourself. But yeah, man, hopefully we got a little glimpse, got a little taste of it. And thanks for sharing, man. Appreciate you for doing that.
Yeah, anytime, man. I think everyone should go at least once.
Hmm.
Some might like it, some might hate it, but
Yeah.
it's a spiritual experience,
Yeah.
emotional one too.
Yeah. I mean, if you whatever island you are listening here from, or wherever you are from the Pacific, or even if you're not from the Pacific, if you're from Germany or Ireland or whatever, it'd be good to go back to your roots and just get connected again to where your original family people came from. I think it'd be good thing for everybody. But
Oh yeah.
But yeah, shout out to you, Tech. Thank you for sharing. And you guys have anything else you want to talk about? Anything else we want to say before we close this up?
No, I'm good, man. I'm just glad to be back, man. Thanks, you guys, for donating to the operations, many operations.
Mhm.
You know, it came in good. And I'm glad to be back.
Nice, man. Glad to have you back. Jake, good?
Yeah, I'm good. It's just good to hear when it comes down to it, the most important thing is family, right? And your family and where you come from and connecting with that and um remembering that having the forward thinking that like the legacy that you're going to leave going forward, but how you want to leave your legacy going forward, it's important to know where you came from, so that you're putting your legacy in its proper place, I think. So it's just a really good lesson, kind of resonates from all the stuff that you said that, and I can only imagine it seemed like it was hard to put the experience into words because it was just so impactful, but glad you got to share that with us. And hopefully our listeners were able to feel some of that as well.
Thanks again for tuning in. Be sure to, again, subscribe to all our social media. We're trying to grow it, especially our YouTube. Hit the link in the bio and please subscribe. We're trying to grow that little part of our social media. So on behalf of me, Tech, and Jake, we are the Encouragers. Guys, have a great week and good night.